Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Monster Madness YouTube channel where we talk all things spooky. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing my review on Reaper's Revenge, Haunted Hayride, and Attractions. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so to start off, we parked. It was a $3 parking fee. So just be aware that in order to park, you're going to need to pay $3. It is cash only. They do not accept card. So make sure you have that on hand. There is an ATM on site, but it is going to charge a fee because it is not going to be through your bank. So just bring some cash with you, just a forewarning. But anyways, if you did not want to pay the $3 parking fee, you could always bring a donation for the local animal shelter. Anything that they need on their Facebook page. There is a list of stuff that they need for donations. If you bring any one of those items, they will let you park for free. So that's that. And then after we parked, I got out of the car and I walked up, and they are really tight on security here. They make you empty your pockets and put them in the bins, and they inspect all your stuff, and then they make you walk through a metal detector. Just to make sure, like, everything is safe, you know. It's just for safety precautions, not for anything in particular. Just to make sure everyone's here for a nice, fun time, and to make sure everybody's just having a safe time as well. Okay, and then after that, we walked up to the gates where it said Reaper's Revenge, and new this year, they had floating, like, lights above the pathway. I thought it was a really cool, creepy addition. They put cobwebs and stuff on them. I did take a couple photos while I was there, so I'll pop these up on the screen here. But yeah, as you can see, they had those new lights that go down the pathway. I think it's a great addition, and it makes it look really creepy. I really like the entry into Reaper's Revenge, because you're walking down that path as they play Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. They've done that every year, and I really think it just sets the mood for what you're about to experience. Okay, so after that, also the lake next to the pathway that you have to walk down was all lit up as well. Thought it was an added touch. But yeah, then we walked up to the ticket booth, got in line, and before I even paid for my tickets or received my tickets, I had gotten scared in the queue line. There was a couple jump scares in there. I'm not going to spoil it, just letting you know. But we went up to the ticket line. It was very, very easy, very simple to get my tickets. I already had them online, so I just scanned them. A buddy that was with me needed to pay cash, and he did that. No problems at all. But yeah, after we got out of the line for the ticketing, we seen a couple of scare actors just roaming around. There was a like a skull guard looking dude, and then there was like this person on stilts that was like walking around like a giant animal, I guess you would say. Then there was also this other really creepy girl who I thought was extremely disturbing. She was dressed up like a doll, but her face was just like so distorted that it's disturbing. I thought it was really creepy. But yeah, and then we hung out for a little bit, you know, and then I got some pictures while I was in the camera area. I'll go through them here. So the first picture here, this is the line that you actually wait to get onto the hayride. And as you can see, there is nobody in the VIP line, which is what we had received for the night. We have gotten VIP tickets, so we got right up to the front of the line. Definitely worth the upgrade, so you don't have to wait at all. Just to be aware, you do still have to wait in those little sections where it says like 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the sections that they're separating you to be loaded onto the hayride. So they put the right amount of people on per hayride. Just that's the only line you have to wait in. Other than that, they make you wait for each attraction just to kind of separate out people a little bit. But to avoid the big wait to get there, it is worth the VIP price. So and then here is the entrance to the general admission queue line. You have to walk underneath these 3 stacked skeletons. I thought these were really cool. I really liked them. a lot different than the Home Depot skeletons that you would see. These are professional props. Well, this is the professional haunted attraction, so these are professional props. So these do look really cool. I like the fact that you have to walk through them to get into the line. I think that's really cool, added element. And then here is an old hearse that they had sitting in there, drawn by a skeleton horse. It's Martin's funeral service. They put that there for decoration. Thought it was really cool. They have a lot of really cool decorations in their commerce area just to wait. It's a really good atmosphere to be in. And then here is a video of the projection mapping that they had on the stage. This is just what they did to their stage. I think it was really cool. They made like little like glowing reapers in between, and then they had like videos and copyright music playing. I'm not going to be playing it because I don't want to get copyright struck. But yeah, that's what they did for the stage. They also had that last year. I just really didn't get a good video of it. So moving on. Here is another photo op that they had that I had my buddy take a picture of me in, where it looks like a monster is grabbing you. I thought it was really cool. Also says Reaper's Revenge off to the side. So if you wanted to get your picture taken, this is a really cool, good spot to do it in. They had plenty of photo ops throughout the entire place. But next, here is the Reaper's Revenge hearse. Now, this is kind of tucked off, kind of in the back corner. I never actually knew that they had a hearse. But I think this was really cool, and I think every haunt should have a hearse. This is one of the older ones. But it's just really unique, and just a lot of really cool stuff in the main area there. But then here is the Scream Shop. They had quite a variety of stuff. They had everything from shirts to sweatshirts, hats, gloves, magnets. And then they also had depends as well. So if you are one of those people who tend to pee your pants when you get scared, definitely check out the gift shop first and pick up your depends. They even said something in the queue line about the hayride. If you do buy depends and you have to use them, post your pictures to Facebook with the hashtag ReapersDepends. So yeah, moving on. Here is a really cool picture I got of Sector 13. Now, this is behind the trees from the general admission area. You can't really see it, but the little blue light in the background, that is a new guard tower that they put in Sector 13 for this year that is brand new. I really like that addition. I think it was really cool just searching the area. Sector 13 was actually my favorite attraction of the night. But moving on, here is just a short clip of what the rules video that they have playing in front of the hayride before you get on. What that looks like for the just general rules. Just, you know, don't touch the actors, don't touch the props, don't be rude. You know, everyone's here to have a good time. Just stuff like that.
Is that filming the air?
Yeah.
The trail is clearly marked. So stay on. If at any time an actor, a prop, or a door seems like it's trying to block you, well, that's exactly what it's trying to do. We're trying to stop you from bumping into the group in front of you. If you do bump into the group in front of you, they set off the scare. You see the...
We got on the hayride and headed off on our journey. Okay, and the first thing that we came across on our journey was the Reaper's Castle. And if you've been to Reaper's Revenge before, you know what I'm talking about with the giant flames and stuff. That was the first scene. I really like that. I'm going to go ahead and just basically talk about my experience throughout. And then you go through the castle and there's a scare in there. Again, I'm not going to be elaborate on what it is, but then after that, they put a little homage to Michael Myers, which unfortunately is no longer in the hayride as a live actor. But they do have him going up there, and there's a couple different Michael Myers scares there. And then you usually were to stop at the TV to watch the Ring Curse video. They no longer do that because of what they did to the ring scene. I'm not going to say what they did, but it is absolutely stunning, and you should definitely go see it. Okay, then the next thing after that was the cemetery, okay? In the cemetery, we got a little further into the cemetery than usual, and I wasn't seeing a lot of zombies. I was starting to get a little concerned that they were short-staffed in that area. But then we got absolutely bombarded with zombies, and they did the whole thing that they do. Again, if you go there, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And then we ventured off, and it was, I believe, Pumpkin Hill. So Pumpkin Hill is basically this very, very extremely stunning portion of the hayride with a bunch of fog, these giant, probably like 20, 30-foot tall pumpkins, creatures that look down on you. Some of them move. There's a couple scares in there as well. It's just absolutely beautiful just going through there. And it really does get off a really good, like, Halloween vibe. I don't know why. I just really like that area. Okay. And then after that, I believe, was the temple scene. Okay. And the temple scene was brand new. I want to say 2 years ago, the temple scene was brand new. But that replaced the sacrifice scene, and the sacrifice scene I really loved. It was like this big tribal looking area with flames, and they used to sacrifice somebody, and like they used to mark you with blood, and they still pay homage to that, which I really like, but the scene is completely redone and redifferent. But I like how they sneak like little Easter eggs, like if you're a big Reapers fan like I am. Like how they sneak like little Easter eggs in there for you to like see like that. Okay, and then next after that is the Alice in Wonderland scene, I want to say. Okay, and then you go to Alice in Wonderland and they do the whole blah blah blah. That hasn't really changed in a couple years. It's pretty much the same thing. I'm kind of iffy about the Alice in Wonderland thing. I don't really get it, but I guess some people would like that. But it wasn't my favorite. Okay, and then we moved on to the spiders area. And again, I like the spiders, and there's like a little kids' playground and stuff. It's really neat. And then you moved on to Jason Voorhees. The Jason Voorhees scene was better this year than last year because last year they didn't have an actor. This year they did have an actor. Last year it was just the gunshots you heard coming from the cabin. But then after that was... Okay, it was the sinister scene type thing. I don't know. That was with a bunch of hanging bodies with the flashing lights and stuff. There was a bunch of hanging bodies everywhere. It was really creepy with the flashing lights. And there was this big, really tall guy wearing a coat. He was like dressed up formally and with an axe. He may have been that guy from The Shining. I have no clue if that's what they were going for or not, or just a generic serial killer. But that scene I did like. I always like how creepy it is. But I liked last year's version a lot better with the Silence of the Lambs scene that they had there last year with Hannibal Lecter. But then after that was the Freddy Krueger scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes on the hayride. Other than the first scene, but the Freddy Krueger scene was great as always, just the same as it's been, but I just really like Freddy Krueger and how they do that there. Then after that was the carnival, okay, and the carnival got a few upgrades this year. We did wait in line. I noticed they were letting a little bit more people by than last time. They tried to stick 4 to a group, but they were letting people go 5, which I thought was good. But they need to work on their timing a little bit better, because towards the end, like midsection of the carnival, it kind of got conga line. If you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, you know what I'm talking about by conga line. It kind of got like that, and it kind of ruins the experience because you see other people get scared and you already know what to expect. So carnival really wasn't it for me that night. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting sick and tired of seeing clowns everywhere. Clowns just... I don't know. Clowns just aren't scary to me anymore. But, so starting with the carnival, we did go through the carnival, went through the house, and the first new thing that I did see was the fun house is completely different. The front of it looks absolutely beautiful. I have a picture of that to show you right here. They completely redone it, and some rooms were redone on the inside as well. And then after that, there was a new section that they did last year where they replaced where you go underneath the roller coaster into the Tunnel of Love. They replaced that with some just really cool jump scares. I thought it was really neat how they did that. And then, yeah, you basically just go to the Tunnel of Love, like always, and basically you're just done with the carnival at that point. You get to the end of the carnival, and you cross the hayride path to go into Delirium. Now, Delirium, again, is okay. It's not my favorite. It's their 3D haunted house. You get in line for that. You go through with 3D glasses on. There's a bunch of really cool artwork in there, may I say. There's really cool artwork on the walls. That's one thing I did like, and how it did pop out with the 3D glasses and stuff. There was a lot of actors in there that I thought were not actors. They looked extremely still. I thought they were just still. There's a lot of really cool optical illusions in there that really mess with your mind. But then after that, you got back on the hayride, and now this is kind of where the hayride went downhill for me. Because there was only, like, let me think, there was 2 full scenes on the hayride before it was over. So we got on the hayride, it took off, we got to the House of a Thousand Corpses scene, which was, I don't know, there was just an element missing that I really didn't like. I think it was the fog. There was no fog in the House of a Thousand Corpses. Now, last year, they absolutely packed it with fog, and it was a lot more scarier. I really liked it. But the fog really adds to the atmosphere, and that not being there, I really didn't like it. But then after that, you move on to the chainsaws. And then after the chainsaws, you have the one scare after the chainsaws, and then you would usually go through the castle, okay, the end scene with the Reaper, but it was all blocked off this year. We didn't do that. We kind of went around. They paid homage to it a little bit by having some of the animatronics on the side of the building, but then was the big reveal of the new attraction for 2024. We've talked about it a little bit on this channel before, in an interview earlier this year with Todd and Kelly from Reaper's Revenge. If you'd like to go see that, link is right up, going to be popping up here anytime soon. But the house for this year, after we got off the hayride, we were able to walk past it, and I got some really cool photos. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely gorgeous. This house is so beautiful. They've done so much good artwork on it. You would never even tell that it hasn't been sitting there for a million years. Like, it looks like it's been sitting there for a very long time. But they just built it this year, and it's really beautiful. And I can't wait to walk through it next year. That was probably one of the greatest things that I seen all night was the house. I really wish it was open this year. I really want to see what it looks like on the inside. But that is going to have to be for next year. Next year, I will definitely go through and let you guys know a little bit more about that. Maybe we can get a little sneak peek in the future videos. But yeah, and then after that, we went into Pitch Black, and Pitch Black was changed this year. They added a couple different things in there that were different. They changed how you enter a little bit, and they added some different theming into it. I really like the new way of how you enter into it. Here is a picture mid-construction of what it looks like what the first room looks like now. It's completely different, as you can see. But I really like the scare in there and how they get you into the actual attraction itself. And then they there's these ladies with gas masks and stuff in there that come out at you. It's really amazing, and you just have to go see it for yourself. But Pitch Black was one of the better attractions of the night. And then my favorite part of the night, the main attraction that I was looking forward to, Sector 13. Now, Sector 13 was completely redone for the 2023 season. They redone 80% of it, Todd has said. And boy, they added a ton of new stuff. I mean, a lot. I loved every single thing about this attraction. This attraction definitely made up for the other attractions being kind of worse than this one. This attraction definitely held up to its standards and more. I really like this attraction. I liked all the new upgrades that they did. You go in there and it's still the same way you enter into it, but after that, all the rooms are completely redone. They're completely different, and it's just absolutely amazing and eye-stunning. There was these like creatures in these like capsule-looking thingies, and there was there was concrete floor. It wasn't dirt floor no more, and just a lot of really amazing rooms. This attraction really did it for the night. All the actors were top-notch. They were on their game. Really, really good acting in there. I really liked it. I really liked that searchlight on the top of Sector 13. That was one of my favorite things about the new additions for this year was the searchlight. I thought it was really amazing. Because instead of somebody having to be up there, it's automatically up there, and it's just a really cool touch. It's like the final touch that it actually needed to be my favorite attraction. But now in previous years, Sector 13 has been my least favorite attraction. But this year is just absolutely beautiful, and this was my number one attraction. So yeah, after that, there was a couple more photo ops that I could show you here. Here's one of them. This is a giant pumpkin. You can go sit on the hay bales with to take a picture. And then I got this really cool photo of these jack-o'-lanterns going into the commerce area. And then, there was also this guy on the path that was lit up better than he was lit up previously. He wasn't lit up this much before, but you can see him. He's just hung on a cross there before you enter Reaper's Revenge. But yeah, so let me just talk about the order of attractions that were my most favorite to least favorite, starting from my least favorite, number 5. My least favorite attraction of the night probably was the carnival. I don't know, there was just nothing really too surprising in the carnival. I really didn't like it all that much. There was just nothing that just stuck out to me this year. And I think just the clown thing is just being overused quite a bit. So I didn't like the carnival as much. And then number 4 probably would have to be Delirium. Again, with the clowns, just really overused. And Reaper's Revenge, I love you, but there's really no point to you having 2 clown attractions. It just gets boring after a while. It's very, very much overused. And I think that Delirium should probably stay. If I had to pick one, this is why Carnival was number 5. Because the Carnival has been there for a very, very long time. Delirium is new. And there is, since it's so new, there is room for improvement with Delirium. But the Carnival, I really think some year should be switched out to a completely different attraction of some kind. Whether it's like, I don't know, like a big cemetery, or maybe like turn like Pumpkin Hill into an attraction with these like pumpkin creatures coming after you and stuff. I think would be really cool. Just like some advice for you there. But like, again, Carnival was number 5. Delirium was number 4. Number 3 on this list was the hayride, because it was better than both Delirium and the Carnival. And there was some stuff that I really did like about the hayride this year. That was a tad bit different. I really liked the ring scene and the way they changed it, and I really like how they paid homage to Michael Myers in the beginning, and I really love Pumpkin Hill. It's just really amazing. The way they've done the ring scene, again, is just so beautiful, and I really like the projection mapping that Todd has worked so hard on, and his other companions over there at Reaper's Revenge. They've done a great job with this projection mapping, and I really do hope to see it in more scenes, because there's not too much of it, but I would like to see it in a little bit more scenes, maybe on the hayride, and maybe in some of the other walking attractions as well. But yeah, and then number 2 on my list was Pitch Black. Number 2 was pitch black because they changed a lot. They changed a lot in there without changing a lot, if that makes sense. They changed a lot without changing a lot. So a lot of it is still the same. You walk through feeling nasty stuff on the walls. You can't see anything. But the way they get you into the attraction is completely brand new, and I really like the addition. And the ladies who were in there acting really acted very well, and they were very in character. And I really do like the new way of getting into the attraction there, and how you kind of incorporate it into the attraction, like as a whole theme. I really like that attraction has like a really strict theme. And that attraction was number 2 for that reason. And finally, number 1, that leaves my all-time favorite for 2023, Sector 13. Again, Todd said they redid 80% of it, and I think that's really what did it for me, is that 80% was new, and the new stuff they did do was just so amazing, and it was very stunning. A lot of new stuff put into there, the guard tower, all the new scenes and stuff, the way they redid everything, the actors, it was just all chef's kiss, top notch. Really loved it. Sector 13 definitely was my number 1 attraction of the night. Yeah. So if you want to check them out, it is www.reapersrevenge.com. You can go there and purchase tickets and learn some more information about the event. Go check them out on Facebook as well. They also post on Facebook if they're going to be closed for the night due to rain, because Friday was the only dry night here. They had closed Saturday and Sunday, but they let people know beforehand on their Facebook. So definitely check out their Facebook as well at Reaper's Revenge Haunted Hayride. That is going to about do it for my review on Reaper's Revenge, Haunted Hayride, and attractions for the 2023 Halloween season. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, hit those post notifications so you never miss a new video from me, and until next Saturday, stay spooky.